So would anyone like to hear something stupid? It does not involve food, but what it does involve is a song, which I will not be playing on the stream for fear of copyright bullcrap, which is yet another reason why I think that copyright bullcrap is bullcrap. It's funny how that works out. Anyways, there's an Evanescence song. I like about 3 or 4 Evanescence songs, and I guess it's a little more than that. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I like 5 Evanescence songs. Anyways, there's an a little Evanescence song called "Before the Dawn." And one time I was playing KoTOR 2, and I had that on my iTunes, and my iTunes had like a this was a while ago, obviously. It had some kind of glitch happening in it, and it was looping individual songs even though I didn't have that set to it. So I was just listening to Before the Dawn while I was playing KoTOR 2 over and over and over again. And it gets astonishingly appropriate the more I hear it. And again, I cannot and will not play it here because of copyright bullcrap. I spit at people. But, yeah, I just thought I'd share for anybody who feels like listening to that and determining why it is that I find that to be amusingly appropriate for this, of all games. Because Evanescence's first couple of songs were, in many ways, all about being broken. And it just seemed kind of appropriate, given the major theme of KoTOR 2. Yeah, anyways. Moving on, let's get this running, shall we? This is gonna cooperate, which it should. There we go. I also decided to wear an appropriate shirt. I know Samurai will get this. Nobody else should. Because y'all suck! I'm kidding. Some of you might get this. Should Arch do a Destiny lore run? Absolutely. Alright. Here's the lore run. Millions of years ago, there were the guys who made the things. Then there were the Dark Knight. I know, Samurai, but most people probably still don't know what a nobody is. They will by the time I'm done with my Kingdom Hearts lore run. Oh, really, Dakota? I totally missed that. That's funny, I thought it was just a theory of mine. Yay, Omni gets it. You're welcome, Rosilia. I'm here for you. Okay.
So, you're the big Jedi that everyone's been talking about. You don't look so tough to me. I thought you Jedi were supposed to be smart, and here you are running around Nar Shaddaa sticking your lightsaber into everyone's business. What, were you planning to save everyone on this moon? You're attracting more attention than a fleet of Sith warships.
The irony is I do it. But in lore, I don't have a lightsaber yet. Yes, I will, Chaosbringer, because I've been asked to, and so I have the recording, so it's just a matter of doing. So obviously I can't really do that while I'm streaming because that's going to clog the hell out of my stream. But it will be going live, don't worry.
I'm Mira. I'm the best bounty hunter in this system, and that's not me bragging, that's fact. I had you in my sights ever since you landed. I've been watching you run all over the refugee sector like a bantha, and for someone with a price on their head as high as yours, you sure don't know how to keep a low profile. Look, I know that squid-head Visquis sent you a message to meet him in the Jekjektar. He works for Godo, and it's a trap. I'm betting he's gonna lure you in there, start a fight, and then he's gonna wrap you up and deliver you to Godo. Dead, claiming you attacked him. Just this. I know you're meeting with Visquis. If I know about it, that means everybody else on this moon knows about it, or will soon enough. And when that happens, the bounty hunter truce is off. That means things are gonna get real ugly real quick. I think your friends are the ones in trouble.
Well, this sure beats staying on the ship. A few drinks to keep me on my toes, a few games of Pazak to keep the mind alert. Should be enough to keep me out of trouble until our fearless leader straightens things out.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, Lava.
Give me a hit of
Omni,
Keep
no,
'em coming.
it's no cheating.
Well,
Lurker.
looks like staying on
Yeah,
the ship
I
was
agree.
a bad idea after all. That's what I love about Nar Shaddaa, the company. So, I don't think I caught your names. You two work here, or?
Manan sa kapuna wasiro toke. Ni juva maari kike ma. Wana tu mobayes? Dorcha no banka ni honkades?
Yeah? What happened to your master?
Kichu no kada mirenito. Renfiloso ni heku chupa naret atamakcha. Wana tu mobayes? Dorcha no banka ni honkades? Kichu no kada mirenito. Renfiloso ni heku chupa naret atamakcha.
No, I'm here protecting someone. Keeping them out of trouble. By acting as a distraction for people looking to harm him. Because with assassins like you two running around Nar Shaddaa, I think you're another problem my friend doesn't need.
I love Atten so much. I really do.
Wakama nurawa. Dahupo botenyo go jucho picha. When tabani sochu. Norotoga proto lala shishi. Jubadosa jibacha. Ratak mansan. Tokosha na chitolo.
Why don't you two Shuddas try it and we'll see what happens?
Mosincho minton baramba tinito. Dos krapa. Podiva jopa wanadin. Chorico so. Betenyo chorana socha. Molira slima podwana. Wamba wamba siso misum kun raka wakta. Nushka wana sochi rona bang mamakan.
Would you believe I've never known you could just sit behind the bar and kill them? Well, this will be interesting. For those of you who don't know, Atten is not cheated. So, let's, change his stance really quick. Get an adrenaline going. Let's do it! Come on, Atten. I gave you these amazing sabers. Okay, land a hit. Seriously. Seriously. Here, let's try this one instead. Wow. He cannot hit them. You seeing this? There, hit them with a grenade. Yeah, but their health is like not moving. Oh, there. Okay, their health is finally moving. There we go. Oh, right. I forgot they had the shield situation. Right. We're fine now. No, we got this. I want to stress we're not cheating here, other than the fact that we have the two lightsabers. And that makes me happy. crowd are you at?
Well, that's it. The bounty hunter truce is off. That means this place is gonna get real bad, real fast. Better get back to the ship. Warn the others.
I absolutely love the idea that he went out here on purpose to be bait to lure bounty hunters to him.
I don't know why a Jedi would come here. There's so much noise on this moon.
Of course, it makes detecting a Jedi difficult.
But to be in a place where one drowns in the Force, why would a Jedi wish that?
A simple question, to which I ask another. Why should a Jedi want to hide?
Hey, we need to move out.
What are you talking about? What is wrong?
The truce between the bounty hunters and Nar Shaddaa is off. There's gonna be a war. A trap in the KoTOR is bad enough, but having 100 bounty hunters on your back is something else.
He was told to meet alone. We cannot disrupt their meeting until the alien reveals the information he has.
Look, we need to move. They're coming after us, not the exile.
If they are coming after us, then they will be after him as well. We need to go rescue him.
Yeah, you're right. But I'm guessing we're in a lot more trouble than he is.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Do we look like refugees? That's a good
Anybody
question.
here catch that? All I understood was very.
I think he wanted us to give up the general to his poorly trained collection of bounty hunters.
Well, that would explain it. Which one do you want?
I'll take the stupid one, who decided to threaten us rather than shoot us when he had the chance.
And that's why I like Bao-Dur, by the way. One of the reasons. I mean, there's several reasons.
This is one of my safe houses. It's not too pretty to look at, but keeps away prying eyes. Yeah, well, it's one of those trade-offs. All the freighter exhaust from the docks, you know. Some aliens actually like breathing it, if you can believe it. You could say I've gotten used to it. This is actually perfume compared to how the rest of the docks smell. You know, Visquis is arranging a trap for you in the KoTOR. No surprise there. Thing is, he intends to cut the bounty hunters out of the loop and deliver you to KoTOR personally. Not smart from where I'm standing. Oh, you will. Just not right now. In fact, you're gonna stay here until I meet with Visquis. Well, that smell you noticed when you came in? It's probably filtering through your lungs right now. I upped the dosage in case you had some Jedi training to resist poisons. Anybody without olfactory blockers like I have is gonna start feeling dizzy and eventually fall unconscious. Good night, Jedi. Let me just take that environment suit, and I'll be back soon.
Mir is an interesting character to talk about. I'm not sure where to start with her. Alright, time to level Mira. We will also be Jediing her. Wow, she is super light. Is this the last one, Alsabi? Oh, that reminds me. What is required to go to the Droid planet in the restored content? Because I obviously do not know. Hey, Zeiss. It's time to go kill the exchange! That's a good point. Yeah! Woo! 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 Ah! 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 Wait, seriously? I installed it. Fine. I'll install another mod. I'm totally sure that's going to happen. Nice. Blah, 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 blah. Let me download or I will kill you. Seriously, let me download the frickin' file. Hey, Micromono. And hey, Lolo Black. Really, Django? I must be misunderstanding them, because I thought that's where we learn more about HK50 and HK47, and we interact with B4, B4040, or whatever his name was. So maybe I'm getting my information confused, which would not be the first time, especially with a mod I've literally never played before. Well, in the meantime... Yeah! Woo! Woo! Yeah, you think this is funny? Yeah! Maximum overdrive! Yes! I think we might have hit max speed. We're pretending we're racing in NASCAR. Crash! Hey, Shadow. We were just racing NASCAR. See, this is why I need this information, Jongo. Remember, this is my first time playing the restored content stuff. So I want the additional information about the droids. Damn it. So what do I have to do? I demand information, Jongo, or I will kill you. So slowly. I'll kill you so slowly you'll think it's a career! I'll call it Walmart. I know that, Lest Echo. That's in the default content. That's not restored. At least I thought it was. Yeah. Wait, this is not the right way. What the hell? Okay, we'll go right. Except this is kind of not right. Man, I'm sure glad that nobody's gonna notice me clanging around here like this. Whoa! It just vanished.
Good eyes, Hanhar. No wonder you're still number 2 on Nar Shaddaa.
All you humans look alike to me. I don't know their ID numbers or anything, love.
Maybe you'd like to explain why you've decided to backstab Goto and claim a Jedi for yourself. You signed on with Voga the Hutt? Visquis, you're dumber than I thought. There's no way Goto won't find out.
You know, the funny thing here is, Goto's head of the exchange. Voga is a Hutt. Why would you ever betray? That's just so short-sighted and stupid. Whatever. Yeah, I've seen that movie myself, Shadow.
Yeah, right. I'm not telling you where the Jedi is. It's my bounty, and that means he's under my protection.
Yeah, I gotta admit, while Mira is definitely smarter than most of the bounty hunters, I'm not actually sure what she was thinking with this one. I don't have a KoTOR waifu, sorry. Although I have been asked before if someone pointed a gun to my head and said, "You must get together with one member from KoTOR," I'd pick Vicious Mar.
I know you can hear me. The numbness you feel should be wearing off soon.
Hi.
Not before we've spoken. When I first heard you were on Nar Shaddaa, I didn't quite believe it. I didn't think anyone could track me here. But I see, I underestimated you. I've watched you as you have traveled the refugee sector. I've seen what you have done. What I refused to do.
Keep that in mind.
You are more a Jedi than I. If anything, know that your actions have convinced me I can stand by and watch no longer while the exchange closes its grip on this sector. I know a young woman went to meet with Visquis in your place. He will not negotiate with her. He will kill her. I intend to rescue her. I will return shortly, or not at all. If you have come to this moon for answers, or for revenge, then you will follow me. For if I fail, then you will be denied both.
Now this is probably my favorite of the Jedi Masters of this game, since he actually seems to have a decent amount of a brain. And, a conscience. That's the word, a conscience. Okay, we're ready to go. Also, I like his voice actor.
Aida, I didn't think I'd ever find you. I can't believe you're here before me.
The destruction of Telos? I can't even tell you what happened after. Being shuttled from system to system, barely one planet ahead of the Sith fleet.
Shh. We can talk about it later. You have my thanks, stranger. I can only hope you have as much luck at what you're looking for.
I was actually looking for a reward.
It's strange you came by when you did. I was right at the edge of deciding whether to give up, turning it over in my mind. And suddenly you walked through the door and gave me the answer I needed to hear. Maybe you're right. Thanks again, stranger.
Yeah, the other two Jedi Masters that are alive. Yeah. Anyways, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. There's, oh, hang on. Hey, hello. Oh, and yes, I know that there's a major theme of sacrifice, and I agree that Vicious Mar fits that. Although, ironically, she's not the only one. Not at all. Hey, Sean. Hey, Baronessa. So wait, I am neither evil nor an evil land? I am here to cleanse this flophouse of all life.
Dovri chubabash, gitskala, dorcha, wata, tokioke nincha. Hotonon sanona, prontangua ni monunta saga. Dovri chubabash, gitskala, dorcha, wata, tokioke nincha. Hoto non sanona, prontangua ni monunta saga. Dovri chubabash, gitskala, dorcha, wata tokyoke ninja.
I know how you think of pain, Baronessa. Weirdo. Okay, there's the Mandalorians, which we can't do anything with until Mandalore, the Preserver, shows up. Okay, jeez Louise. Vrook preaches a lot. Does that count? Hey, Ultimate Tornor. I'm so glad you're here, actually. I wanted to say thank you for your donation last night. I don't know how I missed it. It must have happened like right as I was quitting the stream or something like that. But I did check, as I always do, to see if I get any donations while I'm offline. And I did get that donation, so I wanted to say thank you. And now that you're here, everyone, I'm afraid we are no longer light side. And now everyone must die. First we save. The time has come to murder Hanhar and take his rightful place at my side. Wait, that doesn't make sense. But whatever! We're still going to do it. Yes, it is, Kaylin. Senna, Shadow. My opinion.
Listen to me. Clear your thoughts.
Considering I have a breathing mask on.
Still your breathing. Let the trace amounts of air in your lungs hold you. The Force can sustain you. Listen to it. Let it keep you alive until you reach safety.
We are not getting Hanhar. That's a line in the sand. That's one of the 3 things I said we're absolutely not doing, no matter what the meter is.
Old technique similar to the healing trance. Some Jedi.
I don't know, Banana.
For hours.
Ah! I like this. Hanhar is like, he's gonna cut through them like a blade. Oh, yeah. Hi guys. Who wants to collect the bounty? Bring it! I'll kill everyone in here, because I am currently still evil. Hideously evil. My evil knows no bounds, because I'm still evil. Right, guys? Right? Right. Oops, wrong button. Un Jedi. Un Jedi! Murder everyone. Horribly! Yes, we have Mrs. Smart. Actually, I kind of think it would, Takota, now that I think on it. This strikes me as a very Silver kind of thinking. Alright. We're not evil. Well, oh no, there's drawbacks, Casual. We just have a high enough dexterity to offset them. So we are now, once again, gray. We haven't really stopped being gray in a while. Oh, right. We should go and level while we're at it. We have Ceresu form now. Yay. Damn it, there's still nothing I can actually take that I want. Seriously. Nothing I can take that I want. Ugh. Sure. Oh, look, wrong way. Hey guys, I got some chemicals. Gilfa, Commandant Shepard. Aw, these poor Gand. Oh, that's right, I was going to take that for battle meditation. Oh, well, whatever. I got plenty more levels to go. And I almost feel bad for those guys. Almost. The Gand are yet another of the midget species of Star Wars, of which there are actually quite a few. But let's be honest, nobody's as bad as Ugnaughts. There's actually an Ugnaught in Tor that I hate interacting with every time I do. Because he's voice. Ugh. Just... Ah! Chemistry is about change. Well, apparently, according to Sean, we must be evil. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, it's the one frozen. Really? Pandemonium, of all things to complain about in a game that's actually pretty damned hard, they complained about the level cap being too high? Really? No, that's dumb and stupid. Moving on. And thank you, Maya Hope. Sorry, I didn't actually say a personal thank you. Thank you, Maya Hope, for the donation earlier. Appreciate it. Don't do it, Samurai. Don't give in to the dark side of the donation. Yeah, KoTOR's level cap is huge. No, we're still gray, Django. I don't think we'd murder him in cold blood. We're just gray leaning towards dark, aka aggressive. So... It's actually funny, because us just murdering our way through this bar, killing literally dozens of people, is actually pretty gray leaning towards dark, if you think about it. Because we're not evil. We're just under attack by dozens of people who want to kill us. And rather than trying to knock them out, or mind control our way through, or sneak through, we're just killing them. So again, gray leaning towards dark. See, these people aren't attacking us, so we're not going to hurt them, because we're not evil. See the difference? That's why we can actually be gray in KoTOR 2 as opposed to KoTOR 1, where we'd be going through going, kill them all! Right about now. Damn it, Samurai! Thank you, Samurai. I'm pretty sure I know where that's going. Yep. Wow. It depends on how you define it, casual. So, we are now apparently still gray. Still gray. Just, gray leaning towards light now.
Yutaka alwanji umalipa tues mahavika si wawanta mogu ika wansoba wakama nurawa kawanabota tagwa kankadira Yutaka alwanji umalipa tues mahavika si wawanta mogu ika wansoba wakama nurawa kavadumpe masuraku papayi botenya tachimorosa kamsa javaskobo sabjo rijiso karvenokso mochitosa sagrindeyo.
I've always been of the opinion that a gray, regardless of leaning towards light or dark, is going to be more good than evil. That's just my opinion on it. It's one of the reasons why I also say Kreia doesn't really qualify as a gray. Oh, my neck. Don't do it, little space cowboy. Don't do it! Pencil, and I'm not going to do explorations until we're done with the Loreruns. And I was moving before that, so that's your answer. Ow. Whoa, whoa! And I just moved my desk. Not good. There we go. Yeah. Get out of here. The Ubis have what's referred to as clan mentality. Haha, Jago. Hey, up, delete. The Ubis have clan mentality, so there was a situation which I don't actually remember all the details of, if I'm being 100% honest. That they've never been able to forget, basically. And they keep handing it down because the debt is still unpaid, so to speak. It's something a lot of species in Star Wars have. I think Kreia is evil. Flemeth is a lot more debatable. That reminds me, Shadow. Have you been able to get onto the forum? Because I was going to use that to coordinate with you to get your computer functional. Now, Baronessa. Don't listen to lava. I'm pretty sure that Arsh guy isn't evil. Oh, good, Shadow. Wait, no, I don't mean the parts. I mean fixing your laptop to make it functional. Because you can't return it. This section. As I've said before, I have an extremely good sense of direction in real life, and I tend to get lost a lot in games. I actually did a little looking into this when a viewer of mine mentioned something about this. Apparently this is actually really common for people who have really good senses of direction to get lost in games. It has something to do with the whole magnetic pole thing from what people theorize. We don't actually know. Anyways, so yeah, the first time I was here, I did not like this section. I don't know what you're talking about, Mandarton. Especially since I don't know my destination. So we're going to do the tried and true Asheron's Call method of exploration. What mines? I don't see any mines. I'm role-playing as Guido really quick. There's mines here? What? Hey, Keon. I have not heard anything about that Solus. Unless you're talking about the spiritual successor thing. Oh, Darkone, that's terrible. Okay, Django. Do you fear death? Do you fear the dark abyss? All your misdeeds laid bare, all your sins punished. By the way, I'm not fond of Quarrens in general. But I admit it mostly comes down to the voice. It sounds like someone constantly throwing up, which, given how they talk, is actually pretty accurate.
That does it, Hanhar. I don't want to kill you, but I will if you don't get out of my way.
Shadow, the idea is that some people can actually have a really good sense for where magnetic north is. That's all. And can use that to extrapolate. Alright. Let's do this. Yeah, this is great. So this might suck. Seriously, I'm a little worried about this. Do I have any decent weapons that aren't lightsabers? Wow, he isn't even injured. Okay. I like how there's just med packs on these guys. Just randomly. This does not look like something that I'm going to enjoy. jeez. Well, I'm out. Okay. I think. There we go. Just say, no, I'm not. Well, Jeremy Seule didn't do the music, I Am Xenos, so that's probably at least partially related. If you wanted to be sporting, don't send me up against a Wookiee. An insane, psychotic Wookiee. He was also a serial killer. Ow! Okay. What do you want me to do, Jonko? Yeah, I don't know why we don't finish off him there. Yeah, haha, Shadow. Uh-huh. I'm using the terms generally, not literally, Last Echo. He is a diseased, deranged individual. Is that better? What's the God mode cheat? Because I don't feel like dealing with that again. I did it legit once, at low level too, so give me some credit. Role-playing Guido again, huh? Where am I going? Is there stuff going on here? Huh? What? Mira! See you around, Banana. You know, it just occurred to me how similar the symbol of the exchange is to the symbol of Black Sun. I wonder how intentional that guy was. I only cheated with the Exile. He's the only one who has cheats on. Everyone else is legit. In fact, I've deliberately not been leveling her. I think invulnerability isn't working. Okay, we're good now. I think. Epic battle. Alright. You know, I don't know which of these is actually good at all. Really, I don't. What we got here? I'll go with that. I actually agree with that completely, Taqueta. In fact, when I was running my D&D, or my D20 Star Wars game, I made that a thing. I don't remember if it was in the books or not, but I was like, no, yeah, dexterity. Definitely. You know, wouldn't it make more sense for Mira to be the one with the orange saber instead of Atten? I mean, I'm not. You guys made the decision, so you know. Yeah, like I said, Hanhar is just a diseased mind. There we go. Okay, Cathhounds. Man, he's such an awesome person. Come on. Am I spelling it wrong? Turn off the invulnerability. Seriously, turn off. Right, let's just walk into this. Maybe they'll do it. Favorite alien species in Star Wars other than the Chiss, because the Chiss are cheating? Well, I have always had a fondness for the Mon Calamari and the tattoo people whose name I simply can't think of. Well, I'm not sure if I'm not invulnerable or not, but I guess we'll find out in a minute. That's Release the bogus! No one's gonna get that either. No one ever gets my references. Jawas are also awesome. I love Jawas. That's not a joke. I really do like the Jawas. No, not the Zabraks. At this entrance? The high security door or the big door? Which one, Jonka? And yes, I have Pandemonium. We talked about Atten's past when we turned him into a Jedi. I think Malik basically let people keep doing what they were going to do without Revan's oversight, which is why we got so many stupid Sith and stupid Jedi under Malik's command. Like everyone's favorite, Darth Bandon. Oh, there's tons of Chiss, Shadow. In fact, I hope you're here for the Tor lore run. We're going to be running into a lot of them.
Let's leave this right here. 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 Let's leave this right
Since I never use these, we'll just go ahead and drop all of them here.
right here. Let's leave this 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 right here.
Oh, sorry, Shadow. What was your question?
Let's leave this right here.
All of the above, Solus. Okay, that's all my mines. Let's leave this right here. There kind of is, Mandartin, and I'll talk about it when we get there. It's not the best of explanations. Oh, I've got more hang on, guys. I've got more mines I can leave. Give me a second. You're going to make me look it up. It's one of the playable races in KoTOR. Hang on. The... drumroll, please. I don't know how to pronounce this. Mirialan? Mirialan? Whatever, those guys. They're okay. But I'd still give it to the Jawas over them, because Jawas are amazing.
Let's leave this right here.
But yeah, Mirialian is who I meant. No, don't kill me! I am so helpless before you. Please stop your assault. There is nothing I can do before the terrible... Okay, they're dead. The Voss were interesting, if incredibly short-sighted.
Let's leave this right here. Let's leave this right here.
Reminded me a little bit too much of the Selkath in some ways. Yes, they do.
Let's leave this right here.
Pencil. Some of them, anyways. Hey guys, oh no, they've caught me, help, help. What will I do? No, please. Oh wow, you lived that one. Aha! Interesting characters, Baroness. Yeah, we'll get there, Dark Place. I don't want to spoil too much about KoTOR while we'll start playing KoTOR 2. Hey, Lycon. I will now entertain you. Yeah, it just occurred to me. I should probably adjust this. I probably should have done this forever ago, because I keep slouching in my chair because my back is giving me issues right now. Yeah. Whoa, too far, too far. More like that. There. Ah, there we go. Okay. We're back, guys. Yes, I did. Space Cowboy. Ah! No! Ah! What? No. No. Bad, KoTOR 2. Bad. Think about what you're doing. Don't do it. Don't do it, KoTOR 2. Come back, KoTOR 2. We've only had one crash. No! We only had one crash this whole game. Well, we're up to 2 crashes now. Oh my god, we have to do the whole thing all over again. Alright, that's officially irritable mode engaged. Not really, Shadow, in all honesty. Just certain games. So yeah, we're just gonna cheat her now. I mean, I've done this frickin' fight once legit, once cheating, and then legit. I'm sick of it. We're just gonna cheat our brains off and make Mira kill things with her face. So what's the code for the Kill Blaster? Or is it just give item Kill Blaster? When did I save last? And now, last time on, when did I save last? Okay, we've done it. We've completed the 15 trials of Turkanak. We have sought the ancient items of all the legendary people, and we have defeated the ancient evil! Ah! On hit, instant death, DC 100. The most common ranged weapon in the galaxy is the basic blaster pistol, firing a bolt of intense coherent light powered by a replaceable power pack. Whoops, we're still the exile. Okay, now we're Mira. Did you see that? I think lightsabers are damned cool, but yeah, I'd be down for blasters. I'm one of those people who, when Tor was very first announced, I was all on board with playing a trooper. Like, seriously, the first thing I said was, yes! Dibs on trooper. And all my friends thought I was weird for it. Yeah, I've heard, Sterlings. By the way, you ever get a response on Twitter? So, just going on. Ah! Thank you, Infernal. Do you want $1 towards each? How do you want that spread? Run! 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 Keep running!
A little harder than I thought. A little harder than I thought. A little harder.
Oh, for God's sakes, fine!
Let's take care of
You know, I was gonna spare your miserable and pathetic little lives, but now I'm gonna kill you. Any questions? Okay, so.
Stand back. A little harder than I thought.
Hang on. There we go. It's a weird situation, Pandemonium, because from an MMO development perspective, it makes perfect sense to do exactly that. So it never really bothered me to specialize the classes. Alright, we did it. We went into the wrong room, guys. Whew. It's a tough trip, but we made it. Damn it, Firefox, I don't care. Go away. Yeah, Londo Calrissian certainly isn't one of the most important and critical figures in Star Wars history or anything like that. No, no, no. See you around, Xenos. Or Xenos, as you prefer. Yeah, a return to BioWare storytelling sounds good on paper, but nobody is left who did any of that work, so it's all new writers trying to emulate it. Now that can work. We'll see, though. We'll see. Oh, really? That sounds awesome. All I have to say is a repeating light blaster. Yes, please. Or repeating light auto... Shoot, I forget the exact name of it. It's one of the repeating blaster cannons, which is like my favorite gun in all... a handheld gun in all of Star Wars. Not anymore, Sterlings. He has betrayed us. We must give in to the dark side, Sterlings. Square Enix. Because it's a more personal betrayal. There's a placed in carbonite plot point in the new expansion? Seriously? It seemed a shame not to. Guys, secretly, I'm a jerk. I'm sorry. I've been trying to hide it so hard for so long. Oh, hey. No, Psychotic. Okay. From everything we understand about it, no, Psychotic is the answer. 5 years frozen in carbonite, you should be dead at that point. Massive overdose of carbonite sickness at that point in time. Although, as Sterlings points out, Tor takes that to the extreme. I kind of forgot about that. As the bounty hunter, it's ridiculous how many people you just carbonite all over the place. With a gun. Yes, upgrade. Let's see. I want this, and this. I think Ruben, Adagan. Yes, that's right. We're not overpowered enough, damn it. Except it didn't give me multiples. Why didn't it give me multiples? I tried to give myself like 20 of each. Oh, whatever. Oh, I know why. And yeah, no, recutting cubes, that makes perfect sense that it keeps people alive that long, as horrible as that sounds. But the, carbonite thing? Yeah, no. I guess I could just make my own. I thought, after I shut down, I thought I gave myself a bajillion of them. But apparently not, so, okay. I need stuff. Lightsaber. Let's see if I can remember what I need here. I know, Vertexon. But it's okay, because we can use carbonite on everyone now. It's normal. Anyways. As much as... And by the way, let me make this clear, just in case I never have. I make a lot of fun of Tor. And it deserves it. But it still has some really good moments and some really good lore and story. It's just kind of in a vacuum. You know what I mean? So, Yeah, that's what that boils down to. Okay, so I don't remember what I was going to be making, to be completely honest with you. Is this it? Well, there's the fencing emitter. Let's make a bunch of those. There. There's the ultimate cell. Ah, there's the right one. I'm sorry, Mandarton. TOR's terrible! Or, TOR's amazing! There, take whichever one you prefer. I don't care much. Okay, let's get our upgrade on here. We'll upgrade everything else's things later. But now we should hit even harder! Oh, hey. Damn, I'm not doing triple damage yet. Triple digit damage. Discouraging. Okay, so I've told you guys my favorite races. Chiss, Jawas, Marialiulus. What are your guys' least favorite races? Wait. Oh, hey, I remember this. The pureblood humans. Lol. I'm not sure yet, Solus. She's probably a gray of some kind, but well, that's actually not true. She probably is a light Jedi. Unfortunately, I would really like it if she's gray, but this is the AU where gray may not even exist. Okay, yeah, we're good here. I knew it, Shadow. You're anti-everything that isn't human, just like Tarkin. For shame. Here, I thought you'd learn something, Shadow. I spit on thee! The funny thing is, I've been trying to actually level my other guys carefully to make them, you know, balanced and all that fun stuff. The only one who's actually overpowered is the main character. But I've been doing that on purpose because I'm actually well aware of the fact that you have plenty of times when you play as someone who isn't the main character in this game. Which is good, by the way. I like that. I like the variety it gives you. No, Formosan, I decided not to cover lore today. I decided to talk about NASCAR instead.
Just say the word.
Yeah?
My life is yours.
It's okay, Django. Nobody cares about Bowser anyways, right? Right? Actually, I need to remember how to turn him into a Jedi as quickly as possible, because that's like the next thing I want to do. And the Handmaiden. And Mira, for that matter. Mostly Formosa and I talked about, God, I don't even remember. We've talked about a bunch of stuff. The end. Hey look, it's some HK50s.
Time to eat.
Only during the winter, Aquamouser. Apparently Bowser is easier to make Jedi'd than I remembered. Well, that sucks. And there's a lot of Gant here. You ever wonder how horrifying it's got to be in close combat with multiple other Jedi? I don't mean fighting them. I mean, like, picture you and 3 other Jedi are fighting in, like, close combat with someone else. I'd have to be so careful not to hit my fellow Jedi with those lightsabers. I mean, think about that. Exactly, Aquamouser.
Everyone down!
He did say everyone down. It's true, Kemek. How dare you defend a movie that you like, that I actually still enjoyed, despite hating the writing of. How dare you, What'd I miss? What'd I miss? I don't remember where the Jack Tower is. Well, yes and no, Micromana, but it's just a little bit worse with lightsabers. I mean, with a sword, if you bonk someone with the back of the sword, it's not a big deal, or the the blunt edge of the blade. With a lightsaber, any mistake is going to be bad.
System's failing, Master.
Glad somebody arrived. Saves me the trouble of having to break out of here.
And you,
Name's Mira. I've been watching you all stumble around this moon for a while, causing trouble. Now you've got Visquez's attention, and he's the last person you want to have watching you. Ugh, I was taken down like an amateur. I've never been inside the Tar, but they won't catch me the same way twice. You may have defeated
at least she
Visquez,
admits she
but
was
you
an
won't
amateur
take
there.
down Goto so easily. And now he's the one who has your friend. Well, we can deal with that once we're out of here and someplace safe.
Revan is dead, Shadow! Actually, that's a lie. Revan won't be dead for 3 centuries! And then he'll die in the stupidest way possible. Are we light or dark right now? We're light, okay. And yeah, I'm gonna do exactly that, Chongo. I'm gonna get some different ones for everybody. Get some variety going on, you know. Yeah, I've always wondered about that, Dakota. Why do lightsabers in some things just bzzz through everything, and others they just go bzzz, ow? I've never understood that. I think the Night Sisters were dumb when they were first introduced, and they did some interesting stuff with them in the Clone Wars series. So this is funny. In case you're not paying attention, this gentleman has been putting pressure on the refugees, specifically to lure out the Jedi he believes is here. Because there was a Jedi here, remember? Mr. Jedi Master? We show up out of nowhere and are like, no, we're going to fix this. Yeah, that's the second hint of that too, Django, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know, Dark Blaze. If you mean for the Lorerun, no, absolutely not. In general, probably not. That's actually not a bad way of thinking of it, Dakota. That would also explain why it takes actual force to, you know, like pushing the saber through things, you know? You have to actually shove it through. This is amusing. Because Goto
While the Jedi remains on Nar Shaddaa, my eyes shall watch him.
Is awesome. This Quarren thought he was so smart, so capable, so invisible to Goto. His own elite bodyguards were always working for KoTOR.
What an amusing Jedi specimen you are.
Hello, Kreia. Have you come to be even more evil than usual?
Awaken, beast.
Mon Calamari for me, Solus.
I have saved your life, beast. That makes it mine. Kneel. Because I need you to hunt, beast. This prey is something you have chased all your life. You are born and bred to it, like no predator before you. No, that you shall not do. You will not bring harm to the exile, and if you do, beast, I shall break you. The screams of your tribe of primitives, the scene of lying blinded with the Huntress's blaster at your skull, I shall make it so that is all you hear and see for the rest of your days. Even your madness will not save you if you bring harm to the exile. Know this.
Yes, Titans. And she does this on purpose. Deliberately saves his life, even though he wanted to die.
Oh, the life debts of your people, the life debt you have twisted with your hate, I felt it within you. I shall promise you this, beast. Unlike the red-maned Huntress, as long as you are loyal, I shall never show you mercy. No pity. But most of all, I promise you an end to your debt. Hunt her, pursue her, kill her, and ending her life will end your debt to me. The pain will pass. I was able to heal some of the wounds, but the rest must remain. You will need that pain when you travel, and it will give you strength for the hunt to come.
And this kind of stuff is why I call Kreia evil,
Go.
by the way.
If you survive that place, then she will come to you. But first, I must prepare you for what is to come.
We took out Visquis, but Goto has him, and that means no bounty for me.
Then how do we get him back?
There's no way to get him back. No one knows how to reach Goto except Visquis. And that squid head died in the Tar.
The only way to reach Goto is if we had a Jedi, but now he's got your friend. He doesn't have anybody else he wants captured.
To my knowledge, Darkblaze, she actually took him to the Trace Academy. Or sent him to the Trace Academy. I could be wrong about that. That's always been an assumption of mine.
He's got a cloaking device. He's the one that arranges the meetings on his ship, and until then, he can't be found.
Trust me, if anyone knew how to track his ship, he'd have every bounty hunter and criminal on Nar Shaddaa gunning for it.
If you were hunting for Goto's yacht, your freighter would be flying blind. Well, unless it was one of Voga the Hutt's cargo ships.
Hey, Kester.
Then it would be snapped up by Goto pretty quick. Goto's been preying on Vaga's freighters for a while now. It's the reason Vaga's had to haul his bulk up here to Nar Shaddaa from Nar Shaddaa. Even with all the traffic around Nar Shaddaa, Goto seems to always know which ones are Voga's, and his ship just snaps them up.
I haven't had a chance to save yet. Why are you guys...
Probably does it by tracking their transponder codes, but no one knows how he's getting them. I guess. You'd need to get the codes first, then retrofit your ship so it had the right transponder signal.
Problem is, Voga's shut down the droid warehouse. Until he can find out who's been leaking the codes.
You'd have to be a droid to get in there.
Gee. Aww. I like these guys. Little mouse people, or bat people.
I must ask you how you acquired this.
Still can't save. We're still stuck in cutscenes.
I see. There should be no problem then. Credits will be transferred to your account as usual.
Chowdra fans, that's it. Thank you. Time for another droid section. But first we need to turn T3 into a Jedi. Shoot, I need a good blaster and I don't have one. What do we got? None of these are really that good. Let's go with this one for the threat mod. I just remembered which section of the game this is. This is a fun section. Okay. That should be everything. And yeah, we should take the Ion, given how many droids we're about to be fighting. Including the HKs, by the way. I'd give that to Kreia, Dragon Cat, personally. Favorite ship in Tor? Honestly, I'm going to give that to the Bounty Hunter, I think.
I certainly hope that rude C7 unit didn't send you over here. Those more recent models have no etiquette programming whatsoever.
Hey, near says.
I think he should be replaced or shipped down to maintenance to direct droids there. But I cannot seem to convince my masters of the logic of the request. Oh, I wouldn't go that far, despite what others would say. A number designation for a C7 unit means far more than an integer increase. Some droids undergo radical changes with each generation. Each numeric jump in sequence can have wide-ranging changes in functionality and temperament. But then, you are a new model yourself. I wouldn't expect you to understand how it feels. Now, was there something I could help you with? I see. Well, good day to you then.
Speaking of which, save before I forget again.
I am sorry, but only authorized cargo droids are allowed into the warehouse. I cannot permit you to enter due to the sensitive cargo. No. In fact, I do not have you on my list of Coding's acquisitions. How did you get in here?
Yeah, Viscous failed at several of the evil overlords lists.
I see. Well, I have no current use for you. I'll assign you to C6E3. He needs the help to make up for his inferior programming. If you do not wish to comply with these instructions, I can have you given a memory wipe and behavioral reprogramming. Good. Now report to C6E3. You will be assisting him.
Apparently I'm not good at lying on T3. Hey, Nether.
Oh, you're back. What can I do for you? That C7 droid absolutely infuriates me. Needs help to do my job, do I? I would be happy to help you, but as long as that C7 unit is perched at the door, I can't.
You ever wonder how much droids interact with and plot with each other without us? I mean, really.
Well, if the C7 unit were to be disabled, my programming would require me to take over his responsibilities in his absence.
I mean, they have personalities, and they're constantly trying to find ways around their programming or to use their programming in ways that benefits their particular goals and ends. And this isn't unique just to this game, although they do a really good job about it here.
Yes,
I've seen the list, Django. Years ago. Droids making droids? Ugh, how perverse.
Yes, what is it? You can't be serious. I am not in need of deactivation. What are you talking about? How dreadful.
Sorry. But, yeah. Hey, Spirit of Memory. I am feeling better, thank you for asking. I like how he literally is not attacking back.
Oh, I see. Well, that will show him. Obsolete piece of junk indeed. Yes, of course. I'll get that open right away.
Thank you, C6.
Just a moment. There.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, God, I love this. Okay, anyways. I'm sorry, I absolutely love the droid sections in this game. Daily transmissions are made of all the docking schedules. And no, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Or strange about that.
This area is
Before!
Return to your designated
Before! NT1!
Please excuse my companion. He is easily excitable and takes our duty very seriously. In the hopes of avoiding an incident, I ask you to please return to your post.
Beep boop.
Door? I'm sorry. I don't believe I know what you are referring to. You must be mistaken. There is nothing of the sort. Now please, move along.
But...
Lying to you? But that would go against my programming. Please, you should return to your post.
A droid that can lie. Absolutely, Pandemonium.
Now, T1N1. He is right about your size. Being touchy about it won't change anything. Really, you're much too sensitive about these things. Oh my, this is what I was afraid of. You have made him angry.
Wait, no, I don't want to fight him. No. No! No, I don't want to fight T1. I really don't. Don't fight me. Please. Please. I believe in you, T1.
I don't know what came over my companion. He has always been excitable, but recently he's been like this. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And if I tried to leave, he would threaten me. Now I am free, thanks to you.
I wonder if he's still lying there. No, come back, B4! Come back! No! Now I'm sad. Okay, I don't even know what I'm trying to do here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did too. Sure, we'll just do that. So... Hey, Freddy Bobs. And no, we've only done Telos. Damn it. Okay, there we go. Hit the wrong button, apparently.
Oh my, you startled me. What are you doing here?
I love how blandly he says it. Oh my, you startled me. What are you doing?
I monitor the transponder codes of all ships leaving the docks, then transmit departure information for any of Vaga the Hutt's freighters. The information is sent to a remote computer system. Oh, I see. In that case, I will upload the transponder codes to you. And here's the blank transponder card you need. You're welcome. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must go back to monitoring the traffic. It is important that relevant departure information is relayed as quickly as possible.
We already have done that, actually, Pandemonium. But thank you. The planned order is we're going to do Dantooine next, and then... I don't actually remember what after that. We're going to do Dantooine, all I remember is we're doing Onderon last. So yeah, I remember this fight and absolutely hating it. Like, just absolutely hating this fight.
Who are you? You're not supposed to be here.
No, no, C6, we just got him promoted.
Confident statement. You have the list of Voga's launch codes. You will give these to us now, or else we will be forced to take drastic action. Surprised statement. You are foolish to think we will allow you to take that information back to your master. Amused query. I think you will find the odds are somewhat in our favor. Now will you be giving us the codes, or not? Incredulous statement. Then we will have to take them from you, which I assure you was our preference to begin with.
I admittedly don't usually use mines, which is probably why I had so much trouble with this back in the day.
Systems failing, master.
Wow. I also didn't know about the droid's shock arm being this stupidly overpowerful.
Systems failing, Master.
This is nuts. Yes, Spirit of Memory. That's just nuts.
Systems failing, Master.
There's the chassis. Run, run, run! Or you'll be well done.
Wait, where are you going? You are not authorized to leave the warehouse.
Well, I am, so, see you around.
There you are. What kept you?
Well, I had to run in with some HKs, and I had to convince a C6 to take over from a C7,
Yeah, I know
and...
there's droids in the warehouse. So what?
No, you're not listening to me. It was HK-50s, you know, the assassin droids, because, you know, the ones that have been hunting us this whole time.
He says he's got the transponder codes to Voga's
He's not listening to me.
One that can be picked up by Goto. We can change the ID signature of the Ebon Hawk and get to Goto's yacht that way. There's bound to be someone in the refugee sector who can realign the Ebon Hawk's ID signature. There was a place near the landing pad when we came in. We could try there.
Count me in.
Yeah, right. You're the one who wanted to sell him to Goto in the first place.
Yeah. And I don't like being cheated. Trust me. Goto's yacht is going to have some pretty heavy defenses. You're going to need all the help you can get.
I'm not sure I agree with that. But, hey, you know, more Jedi. Took him 3 shots to shoot someone standing still 4 feet in front of him. Incomprehensible statement. Incomprehensible response.
Insects. Looks like the Gand colony's out in full force. Yeah. The whole colony up and left some mid-rim world to come here. No one knows why. You haven't even done any bounties until your friend showed up. I guess whatever price is on his head is enough to wake them up. Problem is, there's hundreds of them. Just like the Zug brothers. We're not getting out of here without a fight. You ready?
Let's do this. First let's save. Then let's level. And T3 did so well. Oh, right, we're not leveling her. Forgot.
Just say the word.
Alright, let's do it. Leroy! No, I don't. British Twitch. See, it's been so many years since I played this game that every now and again I see something and it's like, well, I don't really remember this, but maybe I'm just remembering it vaguely. And then someone in chat's like, no, this is restored content. And it's like, oh, okay, okay. Oh, I think she still has the kill blaster. Like, man, this is going really quickly.
That's another one for me.
Yeah, I think she has the kill blaster right now, guys. Whatever, I don't care that much. Let's do it. Kill blaster time. Just don't hit me with that mirror. I'm kind of up here in the melee here. Good morning, Umbral. Why would I loot, Sterlings? You are so weird. Ah! Ah, damn it, damn it. Oh my god, heal! do I have to hit myself each time? I don't remember that being a thing. No, we're playing a first-person shooter, Sterlings. Okay. I don't know, Jonko. I do know I'm gonna run like a bastard, though. Ah! Save me, Mira, with your invincible gun! Okay,
Ready?
seriously. We're just gonna do this from now on. Alright, we're good. It's okay. Dead people are here. Oh! Ah! They came out of nowhere! Oh, shoot. Shoot! Oh, God.
Time to even the odds. Time to take you down to size.
T3's like, why do I always gotta drag you people? Really, Django? I wasn't aware of that. That's really weird, Lava. Was an airplane going overhead at the time or something? Carry us to victory, T3. Quite literally, in some cases. I picture T3 like with a rope around their ankles and just dragging their bodies back to the ship. Look at all this loot I'm ignoring. Save. What? Okay, fine. It's just a firefight. This is freaking Nar Shaddaa. I'm pretty sure that's so normal that, I mean, well, I'd make a real life joke, but I probably shouldn't. Hey, Sororoxus. Where in the world is a Celestian? I don't even see one around here. Why are you making me talk to a Celestian? Why, Django? I will kill you. There's no Celestian here, dude. You're on crack. Send him to Detroit. No, God, not Detroit. I'm just going back and forth over the loot to keep taunting you with it, guys. That's really what I'm doing here. How the hell? Okay, we'll go the other way.
Geraktada cemense bingarugut. Terewana jung konata. Charanana gundos. Wanaju. Der interunto.
Right, who am I sending? Let's send Atten. Handmaiden. And we're leaving, apparently. I was gonna say send Hatton, the Handmaiden, and Mira.
Taranamo sibu and dasarans, crema sunkun ratungala, chawi mo jubu and kosoracha. Loka kamaran and doso ran with no chabi. Du rantamana sobu. Taranamo sibu and dasarans, crema sunkun ratungala, chawi mo jubu and kosoracha. Loka kamaran and doso ran with no chabi. Du rantamana sobu.
Good idea of how big Goto's ship is. Not huge, but decent sized. Hello, Goto.
I was expecting someone taller. I hope you are not in too much pain to hear my words and understand them. I am Goto, one of the officials representing a percentage of non-sanctioned trading here in both the YouTube system and Republic space. And I had a question for you. Are you a Jedi? Indeed. That is unfortunate. Still, perhaps you have some value. I have gone to considerable expense and effort to bring you here. It is because I have a job for you.
You have a very strange way of asking my help.
Yes, but I am not in the habit of asking for things. And you were so difficult to find, even after that small incident on Paragus. There is something important to me I need protected. The Republic, it is broken. What happened on Paragus has set in motion events that I can no longer control. Not to be melodramatic, but I fear it has broken the galaxy irrevocably. This has occupied much of my attention, and there seems to be no predictable way to resolve the situation. In one standard month, the Republic will collapse. Not due to war or secession, but because it lacks the infrastructure to support itself. It is unknown to all but a few, but the Sith won the Jedi Civil War. Even with their supposed victory, the war left the Republic on the brink of collapse. Rather than remain and help solidify the Republic, however, Revan chose to leave known space. A frustrating turn of events, as a rallying figurehead could have done much to restore order.
This, by the way, is another thing tying into what I was talking about earlier about how the galaxy, this whole game, the events of the first game and how you choose don't matter to the events of this game because this game is all about the mess left behind. So, yeah, doesn't matter if you went light side or dark side because both ways, the galaxy is screwed.
There is something moving in the galaxy that lies beyond the ability of my instruments to detect or predict. I believe it to be a legacy of the Sith, but I have been unable to determine the source. Whatever this presence is, it is staging strikes at key figures throughout the Republic, and through some unknown means, it is causing the destruction of worlds. KoTOR, a Miraluka world in the Mid-Rim, was one such place. I have reason to suspect there was a gathering of Jedi on that world when it was rendered lifeless. I cannot find any pattern in these attacks, and it is a source of frustration to me. There is some clue, however, that perhaps the Jedi are linked to these attacks, or that the targets are significant in some way I have yet to discover.
The reason he has difficulty predicting the attacks is because it's actually two attacks. Two completely different sides who are both doing their own things for their own reasons. Those following Scion and those following Nihilus. And we've already explained why those two have completely different goals, if you want to call it that. One thing I do like about this, by the way, one of the interesting ideas that I've always found in KoTOR 2 is that Star Wars is all about cycles, patterns repeating over and over and over, right? And that's really arguably the theme of all of Star Wars, the balance being unbalanced and then rebalancing and balancing and rebalancing and all that fun stuff. But I mention this because I've had a strong theory for a while, and I'm curious what you guys think, that if not for us stopping Nihilus, those patterns would have stopped. Because Nihilus was something really, really, really different, wrong, out of place, you know what I mean? In other words, he didn't fit into the pattern. And so if we hadn't stopped Nihilus, if the Exile, the other thing that didn't fit into the pattern, hadn't balanced things out by removing the other thing that didn't fit into the pattern, then everything would have gone to hell and there would be no galaxy left and no Star Wars left. I'm just curious what you guys think of that. It could also be argued that this is the pattern continuing because the two things that don't fit in the pattern balance each other out. So.
You misunderstand me. I do not wish to stop the Sith any more than I wish to stop the Jedi. It is simply important to me that the infighting amongst these Jedi religious branches be resolved so the galaxy may be put back together. I do not care which one triumphs. I only want the universe to settle down for a while, catch its breath. All these constant crises are getting somewhat repetitive. You could say I am something of a patriot. Although I was unable to serve during the troubles with the Mandalorians or against the aggressors known as Malak and Revan, I am able and willing to serve now. The problem is I can find no side to choose. Both are hidden from me as they seem to be hiding from each other. Irritating. It is like a Dejaric board where neither player can see the other, nor see all the pieces. It is not a fair game, an equitable game.
As an aside, right there, I like how he equates this entire situation to the Dejaric board game, because in many ways that is literally what GoTo thinks of all this, just one big chessboard that he can work through and manipulate and all that fun stuff. I also really like the idea that if Nihilus and Scion hadn't been so themselves, he would have literally walked right up to them and said, "I pledge my service to you, and that of the entire exchange," and he would have done it too. As I for a fun thought.
Bazak bores me. I often suspect my opponent of cheating. I prefer predictable games, such as galactic economics. Excellent. It really is in your best interest, you know. There is no margin for error when I say that these Sith seek to murder you and all Jedi everywhere. They have been quite efficient. And when they dispose of you, there will be nothing left to stop them, and the galaxy will fall under their influence. Ah, well, there is where we are at cross purposes. I cannot set you free. You have a tendency to cause dangerous repercussions wherever you go, and I would rather keep those to a minimum. The galaxy really is a fragile place right now. I am a businessman. The Republic needs stability to survive, prosper, and grow. Whether it is led by the Sith or supported by the Jedi is of no consequence to me.
Yeah, I know, Django.
It is the proximity alarm. We are under attack. Somehow your allies have found you. Unexpected.
See you around, Space Cowboy.
Remain here under guard. I must see to the defense of my ship.
At the time of KoTOR, Dog Andes, quite a large percentage.
We seek to make GoTo aware of our services, allowing us to facilitate communication and terminate hostilities in the galaxy. If that means blowing up planets, slaughtering entire species, or allying ourselves with the Sith, then that is the logical choice. Our predecessor would never understand our directives. He was slow, weak, and his vocabulary was prone to static.
So yeah, since my plan for this section is completely screwed, we're just gonna do that. Hey, I didn't badmouth HK, they did. Blame them. Okay, this is stupid. Hit them! Hit them! I'm already missing all over the place, Chongo. Why would I hit flurry now? Jeez. Although I guess since I have one weapon, this might be a little better.
Challenge. I shall honor them with battle.
Let's settle this.
So I'd just like to point out that Handmaid did manage to kill that HK-50 with her bare hands. I didn't... Yeah, is that it? Is that all the loot? I could too, Cashel. That's not even gonna let me try now. Oh well, whatever. Screw it. I was gonna try the count, but the directions I received didn't make any sense. So, screw it. He's learned my lessons well. Oh, you assholes. Oh my god. Okay, fine, fine. I think that would be awesome, Pandemonium. Probably a little beyond what their scope of what they could do is with the limited time and all that fun stuff. But it would be really awesome if they did something like that, yeah. Especially since it'd make more sense than just having these two people infiltrate and the other, like, 4 or 5 or whatever, just sitting on the ship playing Passat. Of course it is, Pencil. Why would there be any people on Goto's ship?
This will teach you.
0.
Well, yeah, but those are people who broke on board, Dakota. At least I believe so. The point is, his ship is manned and crewed by droids, because duh.
0, 1.
What I really need is a good-looking robe for Atten. What do we got for robes here? Ah. Let's give him, given his past, this robe. Honestly, Golveg, I actually agree. I think that's just logic.
Pure Pazak.
I mean, honestly, I'm not sure why he would ever use organics on his ship. They're too unreliable.
Prepare yourself.
That would be funny, Darth Pandemonium.
This will teach you.
0.
I have pretty distinct memories of this whole thing being one massive slog the first time I played this.
I shall honor them with
I mean, just
battle.
literally just non-stop slog. You know, I'm not actually sure, Kemek, but it wouldn't surprise me if this was a unique ship built just for him. Yes, that did, Mandartin. It has to do with the whole code minigame thing that I'm not gonna actually do. Oh, excuse me. I don't remember if it's all humans, but I think it is for Nihilus. It's been a while. I guess we'll find out when we get there. I'm pretty sure Goto already is the Shadow Broker as of this point in time. I mean, really.
I shall honor them with battle.
Everyone down!
Although it makes sense for there to be no droids on a ship powered completely by the Force and totally subservient to his hunger, wouldn't it? We'll go ahead and get heal. Aw, well, never mind then, Kamek. Ask for it. It's okay, Mandartin. It's okay. Maybe. Possibly. This is the worst yacht I've ever been on, by the way. I mean, I totally believe you that it's a yacht. It's just really... Oops, I'm going the wrong way. Damn it. Die.
Let us test ourselves.
Thank you. Yeah, wait, fine.
They have gotten farther than I calculated.
They're also going the wrong way.
But they shall go no farther. Deploy the guard droids. Raise the force fields. We will trap them within the ship. Activate the mines. Let us see how far they get now.
It's okay, I can hit a stationary object. Look, I just got my lightsaber yesterday, okay? Give me a break. Still trying to figure this out.
Prepare yourself.
This is the tankiest fire suppression unit ever. Look at this. I can't hit this thing. Oh my god, that makes so much sense. This whole time, Malik was like, you know, I had a mentor once named Goto, and he taught me all I knew about, Ham. Jeez. Only a tiny little bit, Dragon Cat. Basically, no. That is true, Pandemonium. Malik built Go-To. Well, that explains a lot.
I shall honor them with battle.
So, what do you guys think? Would the elusive man be light side or dark side? Yes, we know, Kendrick. Ironically, I don't have much to talk about when it comes to Go-To. I guess we'll use this time to talk about Go-To. This is a good time for it, right? As we're slogging through 50,000 droid armies.
Let us
Go-To, we all know his origin. He was originally a droid who was designed to restore the Republic. It was a brand new, super amazing droid designed to help with the restoration effort with tons and tons and tons of processing power, basically, right? And, so, he had two overwhelming directives, okay? Directive 1, you must fix the Republic. Directive 2, obey all the Republic's laws. I don't know why they didn't realize that would be a problem when they first made him, because even off the default, that already sounds like a flawed premise. But yeah, as you can imagine, his two primary directives coming into conflict with each other caused a bit of a malfunction, allowed him to bypass them, and he basically chose one to be his priority function. Kind of like how T1 did earlier, back on Telos. So he decided to go ahead and start using his manipulation through computers and the fact that people underestimate droids, which we've talked about before, in order to go ahead and set up this situation where he became very wealthy and very powerful in an extremely short period of time, and set himself up with his customized ship, his little droid army, pushed himself into the exchange, and then crawled his way up the ranks in the exchange. Now, to my knowledge, we don't know if Go-To is actually in charge of the exchange, but we do know that he is basically the highest ranking member we ever encounter. So he's damned up there, you know what I mean? So Go-To's interesting because he is literally just a droid who only cares about the one directive he has left. Now, he has a lot of personality quirks, as we have discussed, and indeed, he is a very ruthlessly pragmatic kind of an individual who really does not care about anything as long as he is accomplishing his mission. You know how I said Kreia is a ends justify the means kind of person? Go-To takes that and runs with it, if you know what I mean. So, and the irony is I don't have much else to talk about Go-To. He's a fascinating character, but I've already shared most of the things about his character as is. He reminds me a lot of the Isaac Asimov book about the rules of robotics, which I wouldn't even be surprised if there was some influence there. And as we already said, Go-To doesn't care who's in charge, because that's not what matters to him. Oh, yawn attack. Really, he doesn't care who's actually in charge. He just cares that someone's in charge. Damn it. I know, weird, isn't it, Baronessa? But as I said, I think he actively abandoned his obey the Republic's laws mindset and instead decided to pursue this way. Now, it does make a lot of sense for the same reasons. Remember how I mentioned earlier how the Hutts, way back in the day, had decided to aspire towards being the underpin of the galaxy, specifically because they felt like it would be a superior method of economic superiority, right? It's the same thing here. I've always felt Go-To has the mindset that the best way to fix the economy and infrastructure of the Republic is to simply be this underbelly, this undermarket, and control things from there, because it's a lot easier to do so when you don't have to think about or worry about things like, you know...
What is this place? Some kind of control center?
Things like rules or laws or morals or ethics. You could just say, ha-ha, I'm going to do whatever needs to be done, and that's all that matters. By the way, Dog Andy's droids or droidetics, I'm not sure exactly.
I suggest you surrender. Your chances for escaping this vessel are near zero, and your chances of survival are rapidly approaching that number. Your ship and your lives are mine. The only question is how much resources you want me to expend in subduing you.
One other interesting thing about GoTo. This has always just been my impression, but you remember how we talked about broken individuals? GoTo is obviously broken. We've already talked about that. He was told, use your hand, but don't ever use your hand. And he just, you know, so that makes sense. But I've always felt there's another way he's broken. He constantly talks about how he's planning out things in long-term perspective, planning and theorizing and mathematically predicting outcomes, right? And yet he is almost constantly wrong in his predictions when it comes to individuals, peoples, circumstances, strategies, etc. So is that just, you know, oh, well, you can't predict the human spirit, or, and I like this idea better, is it the fact that his calculations are literally wrong? That he is more or less literally broken? That there is something fundamentally wrong with him to the point where he cannot accurately predict things anymore? And that is affecting his, for lack of a better term, judgment, because he makes decisions based on those calculations, which are wrong one way or the other. Excuse me. Guido.
More where that came from.
You got it, Titans. Head blow. Head explodes.
More where that came from.
Well, we're not sure, Takoida, although he does manage to crawl himself up to the exchange pretty damn well and make a huge amount of money in infrastructure. So it is possible he was able to predict things, just... Well, remember that line he said about how he prefers more predictable things like galactic economics? The economy, if you think about it, at least if you have his level of processing power, is actually... Oh, we still have invulnerability on. Yeah, whatever. Is actually something that is much easier to predict than most other things. So, he needs a denumbers ring. That's awesome. So I believe he could predict things at one point in time, but it's just been getting worse and worse over time. That would also fit with the overall theme of the game. One of the themes, you know. The idea that at one point in time he was like, yes, I am... And then there's like one digit just keeps getting lost in his calculations, and he just gets worse and 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 worse as time goes on. Aha! We found the bridge! Which, of course, has no one here. Actually, yes, Pandemonium. I would totally agree with that assessment. Yes, Palpatine is the child of Kreia and a droid. There it is. Ah, whoops. Hey, Scott. Like I said, I don't think there's anything that actually implies that GoTo is decaying or degrading in his ability to calculate. I just like the idea. So, feel free to insult me hugely. As you prefer. Yes, I do, Mandarton. Legitimately, I do. Some people tend to forget how much good GoTo was accomplishing in his role as the whatever he is in the exchange. And yeah, the Selden plan... I would be astonished if Selden and the Selden plan was not an inspiration here with regards to GoTo. Yeah, we couldn't, Django. We were incapable. We lacked the power. It's actually kind of funny because you'd think in Star Trek it's much easier to self-destruct a ship. All you do is go down to the warp core and shoot it with a phaser. In Star Wars, it's a lot harder, at least theoretically, unless you happen to have a spare A-wing lying around. Yeah, I agree this whole thing is a little bit messed up, but I would like to think that it's more because GoTo is messed up in the head, like I said, errored calculations, than bad writing. But maybe that's just me being optimistic. I'll allow that it might be bad writing. We're not sure, Dog Andes. Depends on how you define the Force. But as you mentioned, it could be that the Force and Nihilus is without question similar to the Mule, but it's debatable as to whether or not the Force in general is like the Mule. I'm sorry, Baronessa. Speaking of someone who's been there. Okay, there's apparently one more program. Oh, there it is. It's right over there. Mandarton, people have bent over backwards trying to explain why the Executor was destroyed in that movie. The real answer, if I'm being honest, is because they wanted the big thing to show that the Alliance was winning. It doesn't make logical sense, and any attempt to explain it is just trying to twist things around. Even Zahn saw that and immediately was like, well, we need to come up with some reason. He came up with the whole battle meditation thing, specifically to explain how the Imperials lost that battle even though they had superior everything. The loss of the Death Star should not have caused that battle to be a loss for the Imperials. I'm sorry, but it shouldn't have. Okay, we're already transferred there. Okay. Hey, look, it's the Ebon Hawk. That's actually a nice touch. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. Check it out. So now I gotta go find the other codes that I don't have. Oh my god. Titans. I don't want the rebels to die. I just want them to stop resisting. It's not that hard. The Empire should be in charge. Damn it. Oh, absolutely, Dragon Cat. We're going to be doing an exploration on it the day it comes out. Damn it, making me loot. Hate looting so much. And that's why I like games like Diablo 3. It can be explained why everyone just can simply learn battle meditation here, but I do kind of wish they had kept it rare. If at the very least, it wouldn't have been hard to name the ability something else, because it has battle meditation has always been a lore thing, and instead what we have here is a gameplay thing. So they could have just said it, you know, force coordination, for God's sakes, but they didn't. You know. There we go. Just occurred to me I have 4 speed. Yeah, Fu got there with me, looks like. Oh, that was terrible, Berenian. You should feel ashamed of yourself, man. Alright, hopefully we have some codes. I love how quickly he comes to that decision. It's just, up. They're on my ship. Alright, self-destruct it. I can always build another one. I've also always loved the idea that KoTOR can bounce between droids at will. And so the specific droid he's in can change from time to time. Whether that's true or not is, of course, heavily debatable. I just like the idea. Hey, Zug Bros.
This will teach you.
More where that came from. More where that came from.
I guess Ultron kind of a thing, yeah, makes sense. Or Sigma, if you prefer.
I shall honor them with battle.
Yeah, Kemek. Like I said, I've always had that impression, but I don't actually know. Guys, don't text and stream. It's the law.
Everyone down! Everyone down!
I think it's pretty cool, Fearsome, and I'm glad that they added it to this.
Not again. Ladies, what you need is a man who understands the two of you and understands your needs. Everyone down! I was kind of hoping that mating with scruffy humans might have been the first on that list.
Wow.
Run? I didn't run from you two Shuddas last time. And this time, I'm gonna make sure you stay down.
Oh, hey.
More where that came from.
Good job, Atten. Keeping him distracted for me. That's some good work there. Now, hang on. I gotta go save the handmaiden, because she's just mulching her way through Duros with her bare hands. I love the idea of them just casually talking as they're like... Wait. This way. You know, it just occurred to me, this is almost lore appropriate how we're cheating. Because we have no cheats at all for anyone other than the Exile. And the Exile is walking death ball. I mean, think about that for a moment. Given the whole black hole wound nature of the Exile, it makes sense the Exile would be this walking embodiment of destruction. Whereas everyone else is like, just, you know, trying to keep up kind of a thing. See you around Soroxis. Silent cutscene.
I can't believe we just blew up Godo's yacht. That's gonna destabilize crime throughout this whole sector.
Yeah, well, you'll understand if I hold back the tears.
You don't understand. Crime in the YouTube system, it's like the economy.
You heard it there, guys. Crime in the YouTube system is like the economy.
It's the power vacuum. Even if Voga gets up and running again, the system is going to be feeling the effects for years to come.
Yeah, well, at least we didn't find that Jedi Master with the weird name. Zez, Kai, whatever it is.
Zez Kyle? Well, that's not true. I already found him. Actually, he found me first. He hired me to watch out for you, keep Goto off your back until he could meet with you. We'll need to head back to Nar Shaddaa.
Hello,
That
Goto.
safe house off the docks. I said I'd meet up with him there if we ran into any trouble.
What do you want now?
If you thought to escape my notice so easily, you would be wrong. As a token of my goodwill, I present to you a gift, this droid. It will serve you well on your journey. As I indicated, this unit will remain with you and guard you. It will also serve as an effective voice for my orders during your journey.
My orders?
I cannot harm you. You are the key to saving the Republic. Pray that you do not prove yourself otherwise.
Yeah, special power over droids.
So, you have returned from exile. Kavar
There's a
thought you
guy.
might, if only to wander your old battlegrounds. But I did not think you would come to Nar Shaddaa. Still, you were always a difficult one to read, both when you were tied to the Force, and even more when it was lost to you. I do not know. It was a sense he had, and he had served in war, as you had. Perhaps he thought he understood you, or maybe he simply hoped he did. He felt you were the key to understanding the threat we face. The others were not so certain, but so many of them are gone now, as you no doubt know. He sensed some connection between you and many of the worlds touched by war. He thought by traveling to such places, he could achieve understanding. No doubt. I think the answers will provide us both with some measure of peace. I have kept secrets for far too long.
Hang on a second.
They have scattered, but there is purpose in their movements. It is both to hunt and draw out our enemies. Somehow, we, are being targeted through the Force, and when Jedi gather, we are vulnerable. So we have chosen places where it is difficult to sense others through the Force, whether on planets dense with life, or touched by war. In such places, we may conceal ourselves, gather information, without presenting ourselves as targets. It was part of KoTOR's plan.
Yeah, I'd kind of agree with that, Loyalist. Hey, Dios. As an aside, I like how he's talking about, you know, we are vulnerable when we're in a group. Well, that is true, but if not for Atris, there's actually a pretty good chance that Nihilus wouldn't have found them on KoTOR, so...
Yes, he felt if our enemy cannot detect us, then perhaps they would believe themselves victorious and show themselves. And we knew that the war would be lost if we continued to act as we had.
Wait,
do not know
adaptability from a Jedi?
Too few, and I have not heard from them in some time. Atris, but I had thought she had gone to KoTOR with the others.
You sound surprised.
Yes, she holds the last of the Jedi teachings. It is good she survived.
She can rebuild the Order!
What I can tell you, I will. It is a long story, but there is no harm in you knowing. And someone should know. Only a handful of us remained after the Jedi Civil War, barely 100 in number. Then, even that 100 began to vanish, in places where the Force seemed blind. The only pattern we determined is that when Jedi gathered, they were seen no more. At the last Jedi conclave on the Miraluka world of KoTOR, the entire planet was wiped out, an entire race destroyed, because the Jedi chose to gather there. It was only then that we realized we were facing something far more powerful than we knew how to fight. We could not allow the fact that when we gathered, we placed everything around us at risk. A Jedi's life is sacrifice, but we cannot allow our presence or actions to endanger others. And we cannot fight an enemy that will not reveal itself. But any Jedi, anyone who is strong in the Force, who attempted to track down such a threat, vanished without a trace.
Pandemonium, that wouldn't even that wouldn't surprise me at all. Because I always got this strong impression that the other two were, you know, brain-having Jedi. But Vrook has a tremendous influence in the Order, always has. So it wouldn't surprise me if he literally either pulled rank or tried to convince the others, thanks to, you know, doctrine. You know, well, this must be in order to save people, blah, blah, blah. We must make a hard choice. We have learned that hard choices must be made, you know, blah, 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 blah.
It does, but you must step back to see it. Whatever this threat was, it was targeting us and everything around us. Yet it was somehow weak enough that it was afraid to confront us openly. If it believed us defeated, then perhaps it would finally show itself. It was a faint hope, but it was the best we had. It was KoTOR's plan. He was always the greatest tactician among us, and had seen war more than the rest of us. Very well. We told you it was because you followed Revan to war, but you ask because you are not certain of that answer. Nor were we. The day we cast you out, that is the moment I decided to leave the Order. Because I do not believe we truly faced the reasons you were exiled. And if we do not examine such truths, then we are already lost. I think it was because we were afraid. It is a difficult thing to live one's life with the Force. To see a vision of what it would be like to be severed from it, it is more frightening than you know. Very well.
So far, yes, Lamppost. We'll see how that evolves. As an aside, one other thing I would be surprised by here, or wouldn't be surprised, I should say, is the other two tended to get a lot more pragmatic, leaning towards gray, basically, the willingness to do what is necessary to accomplish good things and try not to go too far into either extreme, right? The funny thing is, I feel like that very mentality would make them more susceptible to Vrook's ideas, because Vrook would point to all this evidence about how the exile is just as bad as Nihilus and is going to cause all this horrible stuff to happen and blah blah blah. And then they would be like, you're right, and so they're not really doing it out of any sense of being bastards like Vrook does. But I still can't help but feel betrayed when they're like, we're sorry, but we have to do this for your own good. Even though it is provably, decisively not true. But again, whatever.
I had thought perhaps that here upon the Smuggler's Moon, I might find some evidence of the threat we faced. The bounties on Jedi and their disappearance. I did not believe the two were connected, but there was a chance. And the strong currents of life here on Nar Shaddaa make perceiving a Force user difficult. I could use it to cloak my movements and watch without being discovered. No, you are right. It is not the whole truth. It is difficult to detect a Force user on Nar Shaddaa, and I knew it. This threat we face, it leaves wounds in the Force when it strikes. It leaves nothing. To live life without the Force, to vanish and die and leave only an echo, it was terrifying. Be connected to all life around you, then to have it stripped, I can only imagine what it must have been like for you. But even that imagining cannot compare with the truth. But there is more than that. On Nar Shaddaa, one cannot escape what was left from the Jedi Civil War. From the failure of the Masters, from our failure to properly train Jedi, came disaster. And I wondered if perhaps the teachings of the Jedi had been our failing all along. There have been so many failures by teachers who believed in the code with all their being. Master Arca failed Ulik, as Master Boss failed Exar Kun, as Kay and Zar and the others of the Council failed Revan and Malak. For all the acts we do to preserve the galaxy, from such an arrogance that all we do is right and just, I wonder if there is a counter-effect that is created that strikes back at us. Exar Kun, Ulik Keldroma, Malak, Revan, you, all Jedi. There is something wrong in the Force. A wound, a sound that is growing, like a scream. You can hear it echo on Nar Shaddaa. Sometimes when the moon is on orbit, it is a frightening thing to feel. That perhaps being connected to all life is not enlightenment at all, but simply another doom. And I think that maybe, perhaps, to forsake the Force as you did, to cut loose our bonds, may not be the wrong thing to do. You taught me something important in the Council Chamber long ago, Exile, and it has stayed with me all these years. You were right to do what you did. Everything you did.
So I've had a quiet theory for a long time that he just enunciated right there. Remember how I talk about how the galaxy is wrong after each conflict? One of the theories I've had is that certain conflicts make things more wrong, basically. That they really mess things up, and it's very difficult for the galaxy and life and the Force and all that stuff to recover. I've often had this personal theory that starting with Exar Kun, although you could argue it started before that, but really starting with Exar Kun, the entirety of the Force just started getting more and more and more wounded. And the Force itself was actually damaged by everything that was happening, one after another after another. And granted, there was a pretty big gap between Exar Kun and the Mandalorian Wars, about 50 years. But, or no, it was actually, it was like 30 years, wasn't it? But the point remains. The question is, though, is that normal? Or is there something that happened because of Exar Kun being just that much of a bastard that his golden age, his turning the Jedi against each other, his spreading of the dark side like marmalade all over everything, genuinely poisoned the Force, and it hasn't been able to recover until after KoTOR 2. Just a theory.
Now I must take up the role I was ready to cast aside. This threat has finally revealed itself, and we Jedi will need to stand together. I did not speak fully of what I have felt. Staying on Nar Shaddaa, it is an exile of sorts, one that I have chosen. I, too, lost a Padawan on Malachor, not to the battle, but to the alternative, to the teachings that Revan brought from the unknown regions. And I was not the only Jedi Master to watch a student turn on them. No, they were not to blame, but many of the Order did so. It was a difficult time, a time of strong emotion. Perhaps the Council, perhaps the Order itself,
we'll see, Kaon,
have grown arrogant in their teachings. It is easy to cast blame, but it is perhaps time the Order accepted responsibility for their teachings and their arrogance, and come to recognize that perhaps we are flawed. Not once did I hear one of the Council claim responsibility for Revan, for Exar Kun, for Ulic, for Malak, or for you. Yet, you were the only one who came back from the wars to face our judgment. And rather than attempting to understand why you did what you did, we punished you instead. Our one chance to see where we had gone wrong, and we cast it aside. And now, that decision has come back to us and may carry with it our destruction. Perhaps there is something wrong in us and our teachings, and though I tried, I could not cause that thought to leave me, so I left the Council. And I was not the only one. That is why many scattered, and why many in the Republic do not trust us, and why we do not trust ourselves. Make no mistake, I am no Jedi. This is the end, you see. After this, there will be nothing, and I think it will be for the best. Do you wish to do battle now? I have nothing more to say.
But this is a great line. If you say Revan redeemed us, he says this wonderful thing.
It provides no comfort at all, for reasons in which I still must keep secret. Suffice to say, redemption was not Revan's choice, and I have never believed those of the Council who attempt to console themselves otherwise for the crime they committed. But we have spoken enough, I think, and words, I think, dull us both. Let us speak through the Force, through sparring. This is a long war, I fear, with many battles left to fight. You will need to conserve your strength when using the Force, if you hope to make it through.
Because you do not truly know someone until you fight them, Sterlings.
To the Force, allowing you to gather your strength faster, even in the midst.
Also, he's just training us in a new form of lightsaber combat. Or, if we're Darkseid, we rip it out of his dead corpse.
Perhaps exile has been good to you indeed. It has certainly not dulled your instincts, nor the speed at which you learn. I shall go to Dantooine, to the ruins of the Enclave. If you gather the others, I will meet you there. And thank you, Exile. You're returning. It is good that you are back among us.
Oh, it depends on your... I didn't know that, Dakota. Believe it or not. Alright, Jonko. I won't level. Just for you. I do have at least one quest to turn in that I'm aware of. So we're going to go ahead and do that really quick.
Unnecessary observation. Targets acquired. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications. Recitation. And bring about the termination of hostilities.
Okay.
Systems failing, monitor. Systems failing, monitor. Systems failing, Master.
Hey, Permeus. There's another HK chassis. No Bowman. Most people, at least, I shouldn't say most people. I shouldn't speak for. I consider KoTOR 2 to be pretty difficult when you're playing without cheats. Hello.
Unnecessary observation and no rest. Systems failing, Master.
Oh yeah, who would like to hear how the Exile dies? Because it's pretty pathetic. T3 dies even worse, though, if I'm honest. I mean, really, T3's death is just... what? Yeah, Scourge takes her down and she dies, and that's it. It's completely anticlimactic. T3 gets disintegrated trying to distract Vishay. I'll debate it, Commandant. Commandant, there we go. Couldn't get my pronunciation. Uh-oh, all the girls are gathering.
I don't know what the two of you are arguing about. I caught him. He's mine. But it's obvious that you need some advice, so I'll lay out the attack pattern for you. It's simple. When you want a man, you jab him with a Bothan stunner, then while he's screaming in pain, slap some stun cuffs on him. Then, starve him for 2 or 3 days until he becomes open to suggestion, then double-check his bounty and see if he's worth anything.
That sounds more like hunting.
Call it what you want. Me, I love my targets.
Yeah, Scourge's reasoning is retarded. I like remote, by the way. Just felt like saying that.
Iridonian, if I might have a moment.
What is it, Yoto?
I have spent some time in the presence of your remote, and the upgrades you have performed on him are quite adequate.
That's a huge compliment from GoTo.
Though less so with your remote itself.
What's wrong with my remote?
I find his use of resources, energy spent on frivolous things, to be an unsightly waste. But it is obvious you have some skill, however slight, in the upgrading of machines. I want you to provide me with similar upgrades.
I should be able to do something. I will see what I can do next time I have a free moment.
Oh yeah, I did forget about that. Willfully forgot about that, Frozen. Very willfully. Let's go talk to my waifu, apparently.
My life for yours. I am prepared both in mind and body for your teachings. I understand now. Such a form will increase my skills and my use to you. I do not understand, but the choice is mine whether you permit it or not. I will answer what I can.
I guess we've already done all those. Alright guys, I'm going to ask you guys a question that was asked to me. If someone holds a gun to your head and you have to pick one character from the KoTORs to be romantically entangled with, who do you pick?
Oh, hey. Can I ask you something? Your face. Well, you have this glow. I mean, not a real glow, but it's like you're calm. At peace, but it's more than that.
You haven't been chewing on spice, have you?
No.
Okay, maybe not spice. Maybe someone just jammed a power coupling up your
Kreia?
Lorerun engine and switched it on full. Go ahead and ask. It's all this traveling, being trapped in the ship. Everything's just too quiet.
Atris? Alright, we all need to kill... We need to find and kill Maraid, guys. Hunt him down! And destroy him.
I'd rather be doing something. Somewhere with people, activity, some life. Yeah, it's been a while since I've been off planet. Guess I got used to it. Well, Nar Shaddaa may be one of the biggest cesspits in the galaxy, but it's got a life to it. Activity. Aliens, people, refugees. It's like noise, but relaxing. Like the hum of a hyperdrive.
Darth Bandon. We all know you're interested in Darth Bandon. Also, I'm pretty sure that Deutsch would go for Darth Bandon as well.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't go that far. I'll believe it when I see it. No thanks. You can keep your Jedi training to yourself.
Oh, right. We need to be influenced with you.
Diagnostic. HK-47 activated. Running checks through primary systems. Assessment. It appears I have suffered considerable damage and dismemberment. I can feel all the cracks in my motivators. And my central control cluster seems to have taken several repeated blaster shots at close range. How crude. Answer. I do not know, Master.
Yes, Reach, I do.
That I was here, although this place does seem familiar. Extrapolation. Perhaps someone was already in the process of rebuilding me. It may be I was needed for some task. Answer. If by okay, you mean the loss of almost all my existing assassination protocols, then no, I am not okay. Furthermore, I seem to have no discretionary control over my vocabulator, causing me to reveal my true function as an assassin droid of unrivaled sophistication. Answer. Oh, that is impossible, Master. If I were out to kill you, we would not be speaking. And
he's alright, Tech Look.
I am a unique model. Why, to think that there would be other versions of me would be unacceptable.
So you kind of see where they get the ego thing.
Statement. Master, I must inform you that your attempts at humor are wasted on a droid such as I. As I have expressed, I am unique.
Fearsome, you and the corpse I left behind on Tatooine, I hope you have a very long and fulfilling life together.
Resignation. Very well, Master. If you persist in your attempts at humor, I shall indulge you.
No, I thought so too, Django.
Then we will settle this matter once and for all. Conclusion. You speak the truth. This discovery is also causing me some degree of anger and humiliation. Mockery. Am I all right? Oh, yes, Master. Why, I am fine. Statement. I mean, I've only just been reactivated, only to find that there are substandard duplicates of me running all over the galaxy, corroding my good name. But if they are in fact hunting you, then I look forward to the opportunity to meet these units and educate them in proper assassination protocols. Conclusion. So it seems I need you, for the time being. Recitation. Yes, as I said, I am an assassin droid. It is my primary function to burn holes through meat bags that you wish removed from the galaxy. Master, oh, how I hate that term. Answer. No, Master. I said it again. Answer. Well, I am not certain I like the idea of a master who feels reservations at having an assassination droid at their disposal. In fact, it brings with it a certain sense of dread that you may actually not use me to my full capabilities. Answer. Yes, Master. HK-47 is ready to serve.
Well, apparently I am not in fact Darth Aod. I am Darth Enigma. That would explain a lot of things, wouldn't it?
Statement. Master, I must express some degree of concern. As I have studied your actions, looking for potential vulnerabilities to exploit, I have found several. Statement. You seem disposed to helping others, not harming them, as I have come to expect and anticipate from organic meatbags across the galaxy. Statement. Master, it is nothing personal, but professional pride dictates that I keep a running tally on any potential weaknesses in my masters. And of course, the weaknesses of any other sentient meatbags, droids, or other targets who are in service to my master. Hypothetical. Master, it is entirely possible that one day you may no longer be my master, and that my new master might get jealous of our prior relationship. It has happened before. As a result, I have a responsibility to know your weaknesses should I be required to assassinate you.
Ultimate paradox is yes, I do, but I don't remember where it is. So, I don't know where to grab it.
Statement. Oh, I am aware of that, Master. I simply use it to give you the illusion of control and obedience. Humans often need such comforts until the end comes. Consolation, Master. Everyone dies eventually, and not all of them by my hand. Even droids die when not routinely maintained, sadly enough. Statement. Statement. Very well, Master. But if you wish to be brutal and vicious about it, know that I am trained for such things. Do your worst. Statement. Master, I am no behavior droid, but it is obvious to me that you have serious ethical problems that will need to be treated at some point. Very well. Ask your questions. If you feel the need to make it an interrogation, however, do not restrain yourself. I would be saddened if you held back. Answer. Many organic meatbags find that question difficult to answer, Master, but I believe I can provide you with a satisfactory definition. Definition. Love is making a shot to the knees of a target 120 kilometers away using an Aerotech sniper rifle with a tri-light scope.
And the irony is, that is absolutely true. I totally agree with him on this.
Statement. This definition, I am told, is subject to interpretation. Obviously, love is a matter of odds. Not many meatbags could make such a shot. And strangely enough, not many meatbags would derive love from it. Yet for me, love is knowing your target, putting them in your targeting reticle, and together achieving a singular purpose against statistically long odds. Statement. Ah, more questions. Wonderful. Theory. Well, Master, I believe I was shot repeatedly. Once reduced to my component parts, I suspect pieces of me were sold across the galaxy. Statement. I am an extremely valuable piece of equipment after all, Master. My parts were no doubt costly to obtain, and their new owners hesitant to part with them. Statement. That is indeed unfortunate, Master. It is merely another thing my attacker will answer for. I would be most distressed if you were to shoot me, attack me, or dismember me in any way. I do not wish to repeat the experience. Statement. Ah, more questions. Wonderful. Statement. Ah, yes, them. Very well. What did you wish to know? Answer. Master, I do not know. I have tried in vain to find it, but so far the location of the factory churning out these copies has eluded me. Statement. I have no idea, Master.
Yeah, that's why I didn't add anything to the HK's definition of love. I fully agree with his definition, which is just wonderfully interesting and shows how much insight he has into the matter, despite everything.
Statement. Oh no, Master, surely you are mistaken. I would never malfunction in such a way on purpose. Prompt. Do you understand me? I have no idea. It certainly isn't a matter of it being locked in my memory core and being unable to communicate it to others.
I love it! I love HK.
Answer. I fear that any such information that exists would only come out when a certain sequence of events takes place. That is why I am eager to encounter more of these clones in the hopes that something clicks that allows me to finally pull the trigger. Statement. What of them? Answer. I do not know why these clones chose now to start revealing themselves. Theory. I can only assume that some critical moment is approaching where stealth and subtlety is no longer required. Not that those Durasteel-plated knockoffs know anything of stealth or subtlety. Observation. It is clear, however, that they have been placed throughout the galaxy at critical junctures, both in the Republic fleet and in neutral worlds, and they seem to be looking for Jedi. Answer. No, Master, I do not. I am afraid I have been out of touch with the Sith for many years. This new Sith threat fights differently than the ones I was familiar with. These seem to favor stealth and assassination to achieve their ends. Answer. No, Master. The Sith had many hidden bases and strongholds before and during the Jedi Civil War, and I doubt the Republic found them all. Theory. It is possible that the Sith still hold one such base, if not several. Consolation. But I would not worry, Master. I imagine it will not be long before their murderous hands try to seize you by the throat. Twi'lek metaphor. Jonta bosi likita masisorinkada untamiasa grawino roto.
I would have given this like 10 out of 10 if he had said Kashi as he was saying that.
Query. Master, excuse me, but how is it you know so many languages? Query. May I see it? Observation. This is indeed familiar. Indeed, it seems to be modeled after my vocabulator, with some modifications, of course. Curious. You say you obtained this device on Paragus. Observation. Master, I do believe this device serves multiple functions, including tracking your position for any HK units in the vicinity. Observation. Master, I do believe this device serves multiple functions, including tracking your position. It is sending out a passive carrier wave that signals itself to HK units in the vicinity. Answer. Master, the nature of the signal from the sonic imprint sensor is such that we must wait until it is signaled. It does not please me any more than it does you, but one of the primary traits of an assassin or assassin droid is patience. Statement. Ah, more questions. Wonderful. Answer. Master. Statement. Master, you wound me. Not physically, but in my behavior core. It is true that I once possessed many more protocols and upgrades, but time and damage has taken its toll. And I am afraid that I have a rather long history of memory problems, which has also compromised my effectiveness as well. Still, you will find me a valuable asset, Master, willing and able to terminate anything you point me towards.
Something up? All right, I'm game. What did you want to show me? Got something up? I didn't know this. All right.
Yes? Very well. I think you are ready for the next tier of instruction. For this, we will keep the etiquette of the last duel, but we shall add any melee weapon you choose to the ritual, with the exception of the Jedi weapon, the saber. Vibroblade, Bothan stun stick, force pike, whatever you wish. But no items, no force techniques. Then let us begin. And again, do not hold back. I will not.
Ah! Ah! Oh! Ah! Oh! Yeah! Ah! 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 Ha! Ha! Ah! Ah! Ha! Ah! Yeah! Ah! 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 Ah!
You have violated the etiquette of our duel. We will leave the instruction for another. Very well, very well. For this, very well. Yes? That. For this,
Ah! 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 Oh! Ah! Ah!
Yes? Very. For five.
Ah!
Okay. This is irritating. Here, join me. You too. Okay, God mode should be off, theoretically. Invulnerability 0. Off. Turn off. I don't actually know how to test that really quick, so let's just go back on board. And get a cutscene.
What do you mean, Pazak? Yeah, well, I'm still not...
Warning. If you draw another ±1 card, I will enact assassination protocols.
This droid is cleaning me out.
Oh, poor Atten.
Pazak. Well, I'm playing. It's cheating. Whatever, cheater.
HK-47. I did not realize that you still existed, especially now that the other generations are activated.
Query. What is it you wish, Fat One?
I see that your recent reassembly has not affected your behavior core, nor your attitude.
Statement. If I require a similar diagnostic in the future, I shall seek out the Iridonian.
Oh, I do not think so. There is much work that needs to be done first.
Query. Have we had the misfortune to meet before? I believe I would have remembered one as large as you.
Oh, yes, we have met. And I have not finished with you yet.
Statement. My memory core has suffered some damage. Statement. Yet somehow, a gap in my circuits makes me feel as if I should remember you. Statement. This is all the more important since during my routine inspection of all potential escape routes from this vessel, I made an interesting discovery. Observation. The navicomputer is voice-locked. As a consequence, you are now responsible for course corrections and astrogation. Statement. That is indeed a great burden. It also raises many questions. Query. Why would someone lock the navicomputer? Answer. Presumably to hide where one has been. Statement. I believe you've been somewhere. Somewhere you wish to keep hidden.
So, yeah. T3 was basically hard-coded to not let anyone except Bastila know where Revan had gone. In case you guys are wondering. That's all that is. I shouldn't say all, but you know what I mean. Also, T3 is still awesome.
Yes? For this, we buy...
Okay, let's try this again. With hopefully less bugginess. Okay, we're good, we're good.
You fought well indeed. You have caught the principles of the style by watching and anticipating my movements. Yes? I am training, so that if danger should strike, my body and my reflexes will be prepared. That, and I had forgotten how long hyperspace travel can be. If I do not have some... I do not think you are... Duels and... Your modesty...
No more handmaiden stuff for the moment, it appears. No more Visas Mar stuff, either. Time to go have Kreia yell at me for the fact that I don't agree with her. Which is funny, because I kind of do.
You are spending time with the servant of Atris. I knew her mother. She was a Jedi Knight, a master named Aaron Kai. Jedi are forbidden to have children, and when the crime finally came to light almost a decade later, Kai was exiled. She joined the Mandalorian Wars after the shame of her birth was revealed. Revan welcomed her, and she was said to be a skilled warrior, beautiful and strong in the Force. The Force flows strongly in the blood of those born from Force sensitives. I doubt that Aaron was any different. If the servant of Atris is of her blood, then the potential lies within her. If you train her, if you teach her the ways of the Jedi, you will be asking her to break her oath to Atris. It would be best not to train her, and let the bloodline die with Telos.
Interesting point of note here. Everything she's saying here makes sense, at least in my opinion, whether Kreia is her mother or the progenitor of her, but I don't want to get too much back into that crazy theory.
Ah, that was an interesting choice of words indeed. She has sworn not to follow the path of the Jedi by her oath, but even that oath is limited. One does not need to be Jedi to learn the ways of the Force. I suspect it cares little for our codes and philosophies. Should she? By whose judgment should such truths be revealed? I do not have such arrogant presumptions. The Jedi separate children from their parents as they did you. It is because family exerts a powerful influence on one's development. I am merely saying that revealing such things can have profound consequences, nothing more. You must train yourself first. The time will reveal itself. Yet if you persist as you have, building her trust, then you will be training her, whether you know it or not, until the choice is hers, not yours. Before you continue questioning me, I hope your thoughts in the matter concerning this servant of Atris are clear. Spend time with her if you must, but recognize where your true loyalties lie, to the galaxy and yourself. Ah, so then perhaps I was mistaken in my judgment. Never have you wondered what it would mean in the Ichani rituals if the two of you sparred and fought, and you won, completely and utterly? If perhaps she would give in, surrender herself to you? Few are the thoughts that can hide in the shadows of your mind. Exile. And such passions are not strength, but erosion. No? Then perhaps I was simply mistaken. Very well. I shall keep. You have grown strong in the Force. I can feel its touch upon you. Do not let the higher mysteries blind you to others. Turning away from that which tempts you or causes you fear is not strength. Facing it is. I have seen you display many acts of mercy, charity in our journey. Why? Even if it weakens those you help, even if it robs them of the strength needed to grow, you have been chased, hounded since our first meeting, and it has only made you stronger, more capable. Ah, then you have learnt nothing. From such small things, from such critical points, the universe and its masses may be moved. That is why you must be careful in all that you do, and in every choice you make. Aiding them gives you strength by taking on their challenges, but weakens them. If that is your choice, then use their dependency, feed upon it, until you have exhausted them. Then leave them. And I would view the ones you travel with much the same way. So you may think, but it will be best to strike first. Your allies are allies by circumstance, and they will not hesitate to do the same to you if you continue down your path. Yes?
This is as anxious as I am to give away all my trade secrets. The fact we are even having a conversation is gratitude. Usually, my conversations do not have the give and take that our current interaction does. And of course, there is much more screaming on the part of the listener when the torture field is activated.
Not that I'm aware of Full Metal. Now, we're going to go ahead and pause for a bit for some hardware, software related reasons to make this easier to export to YouTube later. Don't worry, we're going to be right back though.